What's up, everybody? We are making bacon here on the Vegas Square Gambling Show every Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific. And what at the time? It is Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific, and you are here on 12 Sports and the replay on Dingo TV, channel 217. That's a free streaming app, Dingo TV, channel 217. Hey, boys, we're making bacon. Sammy, you have coined a monster, and I'm so happy for that. So, as we were making bacon on the show, don't forget to catch the Vegas Square Morning Show every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific. Aaron will be back for that tomorrow or today. Also, we are sponsored. 12onsports.com/bets, and also MyBookie.ag, promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, for up to a $1,000 first deposit bonus. I am your host / the producer, Michael Carvelis, and we're going to introduce the team once again. Aaron, the Vegas Square, how are you today, sir?
Cheers to a winning week. Felt good.
Plus 26. Good job, sir.
I think I was the only one making bacon this week.
Yes. So this graphic is for you again, sir. How are you feeling about your week since we're on that?
I felt good. I kind of got a couple of bum beats. That under in the Washington-Arizona game kind of caught a bad beat. I think the garbage time touchdown wasn't necessary, but here we are. You know, we got robbed of a great week, but we still finished with a good one. So I'm happy.
Good for you, sir. So you have passed Sammy, who is currently at 934. Oh, Sammy's mad at that, that's good. There's competition in this love and war. Sammy, you lost $48 last week. You do bet pretty heavily. You either win 42 or you lose 42, so it's whatever. You're still 44% success rate, depending on the units. I mean, whatever people want to do with that. Optimus, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I am pumped. That was a good football game. That was a good baseball game. I'm psyched for the show tonight. That was some good sports tonight.
And, of course, Dietz, the Wisconsin / Vegas resident himself. He only lost $4 this week. That deserves a round of applause. Thank you, Dietz. We are pouring out our glasses of cocktails for you. But, man, if you bash the Brewers all season, this is what you get.
Well, I would like to take a moment to shout out the Brewers. They did have a good season. They are always fun to watch. I am not quiet in my disdain for the Brewers owner, much like Oakland A's fans are with John Fisher. I won't put him to that level quite yet, but he's on that level for me. I'm happy that he's not going to see any more home games to line his pockets, but I'm disappointed for the team. I can't help but cheer for Wisconsin teams, especially when they're so easy to cheer for like the Brewers were. And that was a great finish, that game. I was on the under, so I was happy that it came in under, but I also had a small bet on the Brewers just for a fun fan sweat bet, and I would have liked to, seen them just – I got too many friends and too much family back home that just love the team, so I can't help but cheer for them when they get to this point in the season. So, yeah, but like Sammy said, great game. Pete Alonso, wow, what a performance there. Hit that home run opposite field against what I claimed. I mushed him. We were watching the game. I said it. We went to the sports book. My wife loves to bet the Thursday night games. We went and bet the games and watched the first half of the game while we were switching the Brewers. And I said it. I said, best closer in the game, this game's over. Well, I mushed them.
Keep pouring one out for Dietz, Aaron. Just get it all out there, man. Yeah. My God.
This is the same guy who came out at work and said that that Josh Allen was the best quarterback in the league, and literally the next week he broke his body.
Yeah.
the Dietz wishes for real.
Yeah.
I will say this though. Let's put that graphic back on the screen here. The man made 20 bets last week and lost $4.
That's absurd. I thought I won money. I thought I was winner. But that's sorry. That's to be. It's crazy because we make these bets here on Thursday nights, and I would have never bet the Raiders at -2 had I known what we knew on Sunday morning, and I win that one. And there was another one that I think I would not have bet Houston, and that one lost, or I would have bet. I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy.
He's got so many bets he can't keep track.
Yeah, well, we love the game. We're in it for the fun times and the sweat.
Oh, you definitely get your money's worth.
Yeah.
In case people are unfamiliar with this show, with this primary show is a football show. We had to give Dietz some love with them on Wisconsin faithful there. As you guys notice where the numbers stand right now, we have started a piggy bank, which is kind of like our units in a way. Every week, the guys who have started with a $1,000 bankroll bet how much ever they want on games like spreads and props and things like that. We also have a fun little segment called Fire Bets where we'll explain that later, but I think that deserves a graphic as well just because I like this feature better than it covering our faces, so there you go. Fire Bet, Piggy Bank, all of it right here on Vegas Square Gambling Show. Let's get right into it. College football, week number 6. It is 6, right? 6 and 5 versus... Because like these things confuse. Every single year we do this. All right. Navy at Air Force. And by the way, people are going to wonder, why aren't you talking about the other games? Because a lot of these games are the games that these guys put in their piggy bank. So let's fire it up. Navy, Air Force, one of those, what do they call these games, Aaron? When it's like
Service Academy games.
There you go, the Service Academies. Shout out. All right. Navy's favored by 10. Totals at 37. Let's get to Dietz first in this one, sir.
Well, Navy was one of my winners last week. I just love this team. Blake Horvath continues to impress. I think he had 225 and 86 last week. 225 in the air, 86 on the ground. I am going against the grain in this game. I know Service Academy games, everybody just auto bets the under. But I'm just curious. This total is set at 37. Navy's score the last 4 times they played: 41 last week versus UAB, 56 the week before versus Memphis, 38 versus Temple, 49 versus Bucknell. Obviously, some bad teams in there, but I mean, you're setting the total at a line that this team has exceeded in their last 4 games that they played. I like Navy minus the points too. I last week was one of the things I was worried about last week was it was a possible Sanders spot with them pulling the upset versus Memphis, having the Service Academy game with Air Force this week. But they passed with flying colors. I do like them minus 9.5, minus 10 as well. But I decided for my piggy bank bet just to go to the over here because this team, their offense, their quarterback, they continue to impress. They are not your typical Service Academy this year. They can pass the ball as well as have that great rushing threat. So, yeah, I'm going to ride the hot hand with Navy here, and I'm going to continue to, ride this offense and hope that they can hopefully, again, single-handedly cash me an over. I'll probably have a personal bet on the minus 9.5 myself too, just because, you got to ride these teams when they cash for you, and I'm going to keep doing that with Navy.
So the reason why this made this show is because one of you guys has a teaser going on here along with this game.
Can't imagine who that is.
Right, okay. Tickle me. So Dietz, you usually do $11 for the people at home, correct? That's your bet for this.
11, 22. I don't want to drop my unit size down to $7, although that's what I probably should be doing with my bankroll if I was following proper bankroll management. But I think we're going to turn it around here. I'll keep them at $11 to $22. Yeah, this is 11 to win 10.
Okay, thank you, sir. And Aaron, so be it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. This is a kind of a blind bet to the under in this spot for a lot of these Service Academy games, most notably Army Navy. But Air Force, this team is bad this year, very bad. 1-3 straight up, 0-4 against the spread, 1-3 to the under in their spots. But you're right, Navy is putting up points. Navy has the ability to put that 37 up by themselves. I don't know. Maybe I don't have anything on this total, but I'm thinking in a spot here, if it's 30-0, like, does Navy just out of respect to the other service academy just stop playing football? I don't know. I tease this one in a 10-point teaser, taking Navy down to pick them because I don't see any spot where Air Force can even hold a candle to this Navy team. And it's not your dad's Navy team running the triple option. These guys air it out. They are a sick team to watch. I got a good look at them against UAB, thanks to mine and Tom's crossfire last week. But
I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, you gave the money right back to me, so appreciate that.
I did. Thanks, Georgia. No, Penn State.
Penn State, I think it was. But I don't know. Like I said, I kind of like the total in the sense that Navy can get it by themselves. Can Air Force even really chip in at all is the real question. But I think Navy's going to win this. So I'll just play it safe and just make it a pick 'em for me. I don't know if I'm supposed to list off the entire teaser here, but they're part of it.
Yeah, the next game we can fire that off as well. But okay. Aaron, and Sammy, do you have any thoughts on this game?
I actually think this is a trap game. So I think that because Navy puts up such big numbers, this total should be higher. And the fact that the book is making it only 37, it's either what Aaron just described, which is 30-0, or this game flies over, right? So for me, I was sort of scared away by the very low total, thinking that, Navy can put up a big number here, but keep this game under somehow. So I actually think under is probably close to the right play because I don't think Air Force puts up much of a fight.
I like your 10-point teaser, Aaron. We should talk. I bet you we could find some good teams to put this in on top of what you already got. The 10-point teaser angle seems good.
So he has it in there, but it's funny. We're going to let Aaron start the next game here, number 23, Indiana at Northwestern. So Aaron, continue what you got going, and then one of the other guys has a little play on this as well. Go ahead. Number 23, Indiana at Northwestern. Indiana's favored by 13.5 as far as when I checked about like 45 minutes ago. Totals at 41.5. Both those are on my bookie. Aaron, what you got?
Yeah, this is the next team up for Indiana. They've been quietly just beating the pants off of these teams that they've played. They're 5-0, 4-1 against the spread. They've covered everything except for FIU, and they almost covered that one too. The UCLA win going into Pasadena was definitely the shock, but you could argue they really haven't played anybody given the fact that UCLA kind of stinks. I mean, Maryland was a pulse. They gave them kind of a fight here. But I look at this team, and it's James Madison just to the west a little bit. I love the way they're playing. They're turning the ball over a little bit too much for my liking. I did put this one also in the teaser here. I don't think Northwestern's very good, in my opinion, and I think Indiana, I don't know. That's a lot of points to lay for me going on the road in a Big Ten matchup where Indiana is kind of like UNLV. They're starting to be the hunted in their own conference. I know there's bigger fish to fry in the conference, but right now you see teams like these little, the Rutgers at 4-0 in the Big Ten, the who are we talking about? Indiana, these undefeated teams in the Big Ten that were like, okay, well, maybe they're going to give the big boys a game. Well, they can't fall to Northwestern here. So I'm taking this down to 3.5. I don't love the hook, but I think Indiana gets a solid 10-point victory in this one against Northwestern in Chicago.
Sammy, we'll get to you. Shout out Sandra Games 97 who says, "Hey, happy Thursday, guys."
Hey,
she's becoming a loyal watcher/listener. So Aaron, you said that is, like you said, part of your 10-point teaser. You want to go and get that third leg, and then we'll switch to Sammy here?
Yeah, it's funny. I talked about UCLA and how they stink. I also threw them in this teaser. They're getting 27.5 against Penn State. I'm going to take that up to 37.5. I don't think Penn State can beat them by 40 points. But, I've been wrong before. But, yeah, that's the complete teaser. Indiana minus 3.5 versus Northwestern. Navy pick'em against the Air Force. And UCLA plus 37.5.
Love it. Sammy, what you got on this game, man? Indiana Northwestern.
I agree here with Mr. Crouch. I think that is a wise move. I think Indiana, thanks to Dietz here actually, because he turned me on to this Indiana program and Signetti. I started reading some of his quotes, some of his preseason, hyping up the team, hyping up the blowouts, and he has lived up to everything that he has said. And he wants to run up the score. He likes to blow teams out, and so I'm going to jump on the bandwagon here. Take Indiana minus the 13.5. I think I'm getting the favorable line under 2 touchdowns here, and I think Indiana just continues to steamroll these teams. This will probably be close to a home game for them anyway. Indiana's been traveling, and they'll have lots of fans in the stands here, and Northwestern just doesn't have a pulse, in my opinion, for this game. I've also been wrong many times, but I've actually done better on college than pros this year. So I will continue to put at least one college in every week because they've been good to me. So Indiana minus 13.5, 22 to win 20.
I was going to say, thank you for clarifying how much you got on that one. Aaron, your teaser is 12 to win 10, correct?
Yes. And that teaser I had last week missed by 1 point in that stupid Colts Steelers game.
Oh, how dare you!
It was a bad beat.
That was bad. You were right. You were correct. That thing went way over. What you saying? Go ahead.
You're teasing a game with a 27-point spread. That's all I can say about that.
Let me remind everyone.
I give you one.
Record here.
I compliment the Navy pick. I thought it was good. I'm a fan of Indiana, as Sammy has pointed out.
Dietz, can you read that banner right there? Can you tell me your record and your money you got left there? Can you just
we're not out yet. We're in it. We're trending in the right direction, but teasing a 27-point spread. Congratulations. But I'll choose with you to that.
So Aaron recently got admin controls here, and it has been very kind to Dietz so far, showing it twice. Sir, I will remove you from the screen very shortly here if you keep on showing Dietz' record. Leave him alone.
Oh, let me hear it. I want to hear it. I want
2 weeks removed from the 0-9-1 start. Shame on you, Aaron.
Gambling wouldn't be fun if you didn't feel a little bit of pain when you lose. Okay, you got to feel the pain. All right. I've been feeling it.
Yeah, some people are into that. I'm not. Okay. Let's get to Nevada at San Jose State. Sammy, you were flirting with this. Unfortunately, you couldn't pull the trigger here. Both these guys did, I think. Yeah, it's Nevada. So, Aaron, let's go to Dietz here first. Let's go to Dietz. Nevada, San Jose State. San Jose State favored by 7. Totals at 51. What you got, Dietz?
I'm going to be on the San Jose State side. I missed a good number of 6 that they were earlier in the week, but you catch these games. You catch these obscure games, these group of 5 games, early, and you see the lines move. You can basically write it in that it's sharp money making those bets. So catching San Jose State still at -7 against Nevada, I'm going to take it. I pulled these stats from the group of 5 Action Network guys, so I want to just give them a shout out. Apparently, the San Jose State, they had this guy named Nick Nash. He was their starting quarterback for 3 years. He was a quarterback or for at least 1 year, and he is leading. He moved a receiver, and now he's leading the nation in receptions and reception touchdowns. They have their offense is nicknamed Spread and Shred under offensive coordinator Stutzman. They used to run the triple option, and they decided just to go complete air raid this year, and it's been pretty darn successful. Emmett Brown has over 320 yards a game, 13-4 interception to touchdown ratio. Nevada, not so great. They are what do I have for them? Excuse me. No, Nevada's not a good team. I think that San Jose State can win this game with margin. They're good in the red zone. Nevada's best part of their defense is they're good in the red zone, but that counters with San Jose State, who is one of the best red zone teams in the country. I like San Jose State a lot in this game, and they're one of my bets. 11 to win 10, San Jose State.
Oh, Aaron, without giving away the entire thing, you are kind of on a side, and it might not be San Jose State, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's not. I liked his analysis of the game. I don't really see a spot where Nevada, you play this game 100 times, Nevada might win 1, but that's what I'm banking on. 1 time. I'm putting this one in the fire bet, baby.
And, well, hold on. You know even more than that. Explain the concept of the fire bet, Aaron, since you're better at that than I am.
So a fire bet's basically a parlay that equates to 10 to 1 or better, or a money line dog that's 500 or greater. They're not currently a 500 dog, but they are a 200 dog. And I'm going to throw them in my 4-pack here, fire bet, that's going off at around 30 to 1. So Let's go Wolfpack.
Well, not for Dietz's sake, but sure. I gave it hell just because.
I mean, if they're not going to cover, they might as well lose outright.
That's my stance. If they can't cover, I hope they lose.
Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, and
guys.
before we move on there, Mike, it's Nevada, not Nevada. Get it right.
Yeah, Louisville, Illinois, all that good stuff. All right.
Louisville.
Jaguars. All right, that's a bad one.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Huh?
Oregon.
Oh, that's just horrible.
Oh.
All right, so when we come back to this very good grammar-friendly show, the Vegas Square Gambling Show, we're going to talk NFL, including a quick reaction to that Thursday night football game on Prime. Shootout. Wow. But stay tuned. We got both primetime games this week as well in our preview, so that should be fun. Don't get away. We're sticking to everybody. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Sports is our passion. For years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12 Ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October.
Tune back. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Oh, there he is.
Welcome back, Dietz.
Thank you.
Yeah, 3 minutes, man. All right. This is the Vegas Square Gambling Show, live every Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific. Those three are in Vegas. I'm in Guyton, Georgia. Welcome to 12 on Sports and Dingo TV channel 217. We are presented by MyBookie.ag. Promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, for up to a $1,000 first deposit bonus. And, of course, check out 12onsports.com/bets for just $5.99 a month or $60 a year. You can get smoking hot plays from Gamble Guy, from Philly Pete, and DFS lineups from Greg, a.k.a. Sports Stance. Holy cow, you got to get in on it. Or you can do what you do now, which is watch these degenerates. Obviously, Aaron won $26 last week. Hey, Aaron, there's your graphic. But yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I love how that froze right as you're making the kiss face too.
Oh,
I feel like the 12-ounce sports bet service should have walking bets on it.
you know, there's been a lot of talks behind the scenes about that. Taylor Mathis can shove off, but yeah, there's been a little bit of talks behind the scenes
Such
about
a hater.
that.
Such a hater.
That was our chance.
Oh,
to
hey,
get through
okay.
here.
I was reaching out to her. I want her to come aboard. She can produce
Please
the
don't.
show.
That way,
Yeah,
he has
great.
the best gimmick in all of sports.
She's whatever works, man.
You guys are perverts. All right, NFL week number 5 here. We go in. Week 5 has obviously already begun at the recording of. Well, we are live, obviously, but the game has just concluded a couple hours ago, or about an hour ago. Buccaneers blew a 24-17 halftime lead. I'm kidding. That doesn't make sense in the spot. Falcons getting a 36-30 overtime victory. Kirk Cousins stat line time, 509 yards. 4 touchdowns, had a pick, but a game-winning drive. Who says he can't play in prime time? Give him some weapons. And I guess the Falcons now know how to use those weapons. Thoughts in the game? We'll start with Aaron.
Well, unfortunately, it was against my Bucks, but MVP, baby, let's go.
Yes.
MFNP. Like, he's just fueling the narrative. I love to see it. I don't love to see it against Tampa. That's a tough beat for Tampa. They had that game. Figuratively speaking, they punted the second half because they had a lot of punts. But they went conservative, and I don't know how many times I have to say it. Just keep your foot on the throats of these MFN teams. It's unbelievable how teams give up. And credit where credit's due. Kirk played like the MVP, the comeback player of the year. Let's give him his flowers for the 36-30. Man, nice win.
So I'm looking at the futures. I wonder if I have them right. I don't think I have them, but yeah. For those on our previous show earlier this year, or a couple months ago, Aaron did have Kirk Cousins as an MVP bet, and I forgot what the odds on that were. But shout out to you, sir. They're 3-2. He might not get it, but man, it is good to have nights like these for sure.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and take a look and see what they were.
Sammy, what you got, man? Thoughts on the game?
509 and 4 touchdowns, the game-winning drive, the game-tying drive. I mean, that's a pretty MVP type stat line. But you say these teams take their foot off the gas. I don't think that's what happened at all. Actually, what happened was the Falcon defense started getting some pressure. Right. So in the first half, Baker sat back there and baked a cake before he threw a ball. In the second half, he had guys in his face the whole time. And so they got 4. I think they had 4 or 5 pressures, 2 or 3 sacks in the second half, which definitely changed the Bucs' ability to move the ball. But all things considered, it was an exciting game. It was a fun game. Even Kirk Cousins' interception was better for them than if I can't remember who caught it. I think Devontae David. If he drops it, they get the ball at the 20. He catches it, they get the ball at 35, and they get knocked out of field goal range. They end up having to punt. So it ended up being a really exciting game with a lot of really interesting narrative. But this is the kind of football I love to watch.
So before Dietz goes, real quick, Barry McCockner, who's famous on this show for saying Groper Cleveland for the Deshaun Watson thing. He said the Patriots should trade Drake May to the Falcons so he can watch Michael Penix Jr. watch Kirk Cousins. It's like the whole should Drake May start behind. Okay, it's a good joke. Anyways, Dietz, what thoughts on the game tonight, man?
I'm glad you brought up that to me because that was everybody's going to talk about the face mask, but that was such a bad interception. They had a field goal locked up, even if you do get a sack or a penalty, and he catches the ball at the 40. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, that was a big misstep by them. And talking about Kirk Cousins, he might not have even needed that overtime drive if Darnell Mooney doesn't drop that ball. He could have walked in the end zone too. They might have actually lost the game if he did that. Would give Baker another chance to come down. But yeah, the Tampa Bay, I wouldn't worry. This is a great game. I know, Sammy, you love all shootouts, no defense. That's your perfect NFL world. Make all the penalties on the offense or on the defense, so we can just watch shootout. Arena football 2.0. But yeah, great game.
Were you not entertained?
Well, I was going back and forth, but it was. It's hit or miss. The Tampa Bay, they're missing Winfield. They missed another safety or a defensive back that they had. I wouldn't be worried if I was either of these teams. We were down on the NFC South early in the year, but they legitimately have 3 playoff contenders now with Atlanta, Tampa,
Wow.
New Orleans. So this is going to be a fun division to keep an eye on. Again, I don't take a whole lot from this game going forward. Nice to see Kirk Cousins, get rid of the primetime Kirk moniker. I think, as always, if you can get pressure on him, that's the key to success against this offense. But I wouldn't be worried if I was Tampa. Baker's looking great. They'll get healthy and they'll be a good team again. And Atlanta, they'll be all right there. They'll be right there at the end too. So it should be a fun division to keep an eye on. And yeah, nobody really expected a shootout in this game, but it was. Sammy, it was a fun game to watch. It was very entertaining.
I'm glad you said that because today, Vegas Square Morning Show, Aaron and myself had the over. Correct, Aaron? So you're welcome, folks.
Nice bet.
Who expected a shootout? Not you guys, but us apparently.
Had it by halftime in the Bay by halftime.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you're welcome.
Oh, and I did tease. I have 2 teaser legs set up going in Sunday now with Tampa. So I'm happy I did that.
Yeah, he's got Bucks +8, and you can go ahead and. We're not going to talk about those other 2 games. So you can go ahead and just tell the other 2 parts of those teasers. I
took teasers have not been good this year. Specifically, teasing favorites down. So I'm trying to go the opposite way here. 2 low-scoring games. I feel like I teased with. So I have 2 separate teasers: 24 to win 20, Buccaneers +8 with the Colts +9. I think the Colts probably should win that game outright. We'll see what happens. Flacco or Richardson. He's a great. They might be better off without him. With Flacco right now, and obviously Doug Peterson is not long for his time in Jacksonville. So I think the Colts can win that game outright. Give me 9 points with them. And then I also took the Raiders +9 against Denver. That is a total of 36. Denver, as good as their defense is, you still got Bo Nix out there, the checkdown king. I'm not sure that they'll be able to win with margin against a Raiders team that seems almost revamped with the Devontae Adams news coming out. Like, I feel like they're galvanized the way that their offense played last week against Cleveland. They moved the ball really good. Like they were moving the ball at will against that Cleveland defense in parts of the game. Are you going to get good Gardner or bad Gardner? That's the only question. If you can get Gardner playing well, the Raiders can compete with just about anybody. So I think that they'll be able to keep it within 9 against Denver. So I like those.
Haven't the Colts not beaten Jacksonville in forever?
10 years.
Well, good thing he's got the Colts +9, hater.
Colts
+9. Come on now, that's a good teaser, Dietz.
Jags by 10. Here we go.
Oh, I wish. Be nice. By the way, Dietz, you also have an under. Can I say the other part of your Raiders bet?
Yeah, I have the under in that game as well. I don't
Under
anticipate.
36.
I mean, is Bo Nix going to score 21 points? I don't know about that. Even against a Raiders team and that does allow you to move the ball, but they should be getting Crosby back. Like I said, these NFL teams, they find things to get to rally around, and sometimes it takes a diva superstar like Devontae Adams kind of be disgruntled and forcing his way out to get these professional athletes to really come together. And Antonio Pierce, he said what he said. He called him out in the press conference. They had all the social media newsworthy stuff this week, but they had a nice win last week, a come from behind win against Cleveland. Maybe they are rallying around their coach, and maybe they are using this Adams distraction to kind of get themselves in a position to win games. And I'm not really down on this Raiders team as a lot of other people. That being said, I don't know if they're going to put up 30 points against such a fantastic defense like Denver has. So I have the under 36 in this game.
So, Aaron, you guys obviously all live in Vegas, and since we're on the Raiders right now, I believe the Raiders came back against the Ravens and now the other team they played last week. Looks like they're rallying around the troops here. Aaron,
what was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus, mother. All right, Sammy, the Raiders. They came back against the Ravens, and then last week they did well again in another comeback against the God forbid the Browns. Seems like they rally around the Antonio Pierce coach, right?
I mean, I think Pierce is doing an okay job. He's clearly on the defensive side of the ball, but yeah, the Raiders have played very well the last couple weeks, much better than I anticipated they'd play. Their offense isn't very good. Their pass rush is completely anemic, but they've also run into teams that just don't move the ball well. And I say that about the Ravens because the Ravens play down to their competition pretty much every week. And so if they're playing a bad team, they play bad. If they're playing a good team, they play well. And they played the Raiders and they played down to that competition. The Raiders hung around and was able to pull out a win. But this team is no good. They have no playoff aspirations, in my opinion. They can rally around their coach the next couple weeks. In the end, this is a 6-7 win team.
Okay, so Aaron wants to know why the graphic was still up because Dietz's teaser was a Bucks +8 with the Colts and a Bucks +8 with the Raiders. So based on tonight's game, Bucks +8, and of course they covered the 8. The teaser was still alive. Thank you, Aaron, who has admin controls tonight. All right, Dolphins at the Patriots. This guy is getting big balls over there. Dolphins Patriots. Dietz is on this, as is the aforementioned Aaron in a way. We're gonna go with Aaron first in this one here. My bookie has it at New England -1, total at 36.5. What you got, sir?
I got Miami in a 10-point teaser +11.
Keep going.
What do you want? All of it?
Just thoughts on the game, sir. They can't just give me that. Come on now.
I totally can. I have no interest in handicapping this game. I think Snoop Huntley got a bad rap. I think he'll be fine this week. Patriots are a terrible team. Everybody wants to give them credit for that week 1 win. They suck. They really, really suck. How's that for some in-depth analysis for you?
Dietz, okay, so Dietz, does that play into your play? Because I actually feel like it does.
Yeah, I mean, I have the under 36.5, 11 to win 10. The Dolphins, God, I just hate to see it. As somebody who's invested in fantasy-wise, which nobody wants to hear about, in these Dolphins skill position players, I'm disappointed. Like, we have to seriously question Mike McDaniel here. He looks lost. He looks high. He looks like he's loving the Miami nightlife on the sidelines every day. Like, I'm sorry, you should be able to scheme something up for these skill position players. Like, I don't know how you can't at least move the ball, like find a way, get Huntley out in the pocket. Like, you got too much talent on that offensive side of the ball to be this bad. And New England, yeah, Aaron, they do suck. They really do. But their defense is not horrible. But I don't know how either team can really move the ball in this scenario. If anything, I could see New England pulling the upset. But is it even an upset here? Jacoby,
Not an upset. They're the favorite.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought Miami was -1. New England's -1. Okay, yeah. But either way, I don't think either team. Like, I wouldn't touch the side of this game because I don't know what to expect. I'm afraid that Miami could get something going with these offensive players, but I'm not going to bet on it. The way that both these teams have looked the last few weeks, and the way that NFL games have been trending to the under with teams just kind of playing keep away a little bit, I'm going to be leaning on unders for going forward here for a little while. And I'm going to take the under 36.5. These bad offenses, decent defenses, I'm just going to try to ride unders. Find something that works in these NFL.
I'd like to think Huntley can figure something out with a week under his belt. We've seen him play good quarterback.
He's been, like we talked about, he's been a Pro Bowl quarterback. I was shocked to see how bad they played.
Wow. I mean, Pro Bowl, for the last 10 years, it's not been the greatest.
He made a Pro Bowl. I
understand. Yeah. You're right.
So
we don't
Gardner Minshew, though, right?
Pro Bowl like we normally did, but I mean, when we're talking about a backup quarterback coming in to try to handle this type of offense, like, I mean, John Harbaugh, he knew how to get the most out of his players. And Mike McDaniel, you can't say that about him right now. Nobody thinks Tua is the best quarterback in the NFL, and he shouldn't be worth this much to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely should be. He should absolutely be worth this. The talent above replacement is incredible. Now, if they kept Mike White, I might have given you some credit with this, but the fact that they went with Skylar Thompson over Mike White. I mean, not saying Mike White is, phenomenal, greatest thing since sliced bread, but he was a more competent. We've seen success out of Mike White. We've seen success. if Snoop's smart, he gets the ball to Waddle, Hill, Mostert, HN, and I'm sure they have a tight end too. You just get the ball out of your hand as fast as possible.
They do. The number 9 now. What's his name?
Gesicki?
He played. No, he
who?
played for. He played
Oh,
for.
the older guy.
Is it Jonnu Smith?
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you. That's it.
Sammy, what's your thoughts on this game, man? I see you chopping at the bit over there.
Yeah, so like this is exactly what we're talking about when it comes to coaching, though. When everybody's healthy, it's easy. It's very difficult to tell who a good coach is when your whole team is healthy. But look what LaFleur did in Green Bay, right? They lose their star quarterback. They pick up a guy off the scrap heap, and they win 2 games with him. I mean, you find a way to get your offense involved. You find a way to play to your strength. I mean, what is the coach of Miami doing? They have tons of talent on this team. And I don't care if it's Skylar Thompson, who's been in the system for the last 3 years, or if you pick up a guy off waivers or your practice squad, you got to find a way to move the ball. This is a scheming problem. It's not a talent problem. Huntley is fine. Jalen Waddle is fine. Tyreek Hill is fine. This all falls on the coach to me. And in this case, I like the Patriots. I didn't bet this game because, like we talked about, this game is really, really difficult to know which team's going to show up. But the Patriots have good coaching. They at least they play hard. They play hard on the defensive side of the ball.
And I don't think either team has the capability to blow the other one out. So I'm going to take the.
So cappertech.com, which is like one of the websites, one of the links at the bottom of 12onsports.com, it predicts games. It has Dolphins 19-17. Aaron, I have a question for you because Patriots have, we know the Patriots are going to come in there and try to run the ball. Foxborough might still have some mystique about it. Is that enough to at least give the Patriots a little win here and maybe win by 3?
Oh, I think New England can absolutely win this game. I think either team can win this game. It's going to be a turnover battle, and who doesn't make mistakes in this spot. But I don't think either team can blow the other team out in this spot. I just don't think they have the resources. If any team can blow the other team out, it's Miami going up there and blowing them out. It's early. Let's see the weather forecast. It's in the 60s that day, so it's not like we're going to get bad weather. I think if either team can blow the other team out, it's Miami. So give me the points.
Another 1:00 game. We got a really heavyweight AFC North matchup here. Ravens favored by 2.5 on the road against the Cincinnati Bengals. Total set at 49. Both those, of course, on mybookie.agizzle. Promo code 12OZ Sports for up to $1,000 first deposit bonus. In this one, we've got, I guess it's Dietz and Sammy on this one. Sammy, why don't you go first in this game? What you got, man?
Well, I use this game in a teaser, and like Dietz mentioned earlier, teasers have been really bad this year, and so I'm going to take a lot of plus points until the teasers start to figure themselves out. And this kind of falls into the same idea, right? You want to go through the key numbers, so I'm going to take Cincinnati plus the 8.5 at home, pair them up with Dallas.
Wait, we're doing the Dallas game in a minute. Just let you know.
Okay, all right. Well, spoiler, pairing them up with Dallas. But Cincinnati plus 8.5 in this game, home against a division rival in a game that they really must win. I don't think they're going to ship the bed here. I think this is going to be one where they come out and play hard. They may lose at the very last second. Baltimore might still be the better team here, but I think they keep it close. So give me the Bengals plus the 8.5 in a teaser.
So I guess I was thinking of Aaron is more on this game than Dietz is. I apologize for that. Go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, I am on this game. You're right. I forgot.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I'm with you, Sammy. I think the Bengals get back into the winning ways here, and I think the Ravens. This is a perfect sell high spot. We watched them on Sunday Night Football just smack around Josh Allen, the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Says this guy.
Come
on. Cincinnati Bengals, part of the fire bet. Money line, baby. Let's go. Bengals win.
I also used Ellen DeGeneres in my fire bet, just so you know.
I never said he's the best quarterback to ever live. I did say, I think it was last year, I said I think he's the best quarterback in football. And then he decided to, I almost.
So, Josh Allen aside, do you have any thoughts on Ravens Bengals?
Yeah, I got a Prop City, baby. Let's go. Prop City.
I forgot about that one.
What a bad producer.
I cannot tell if I like So you got Lamar in his comfort zone. What he does, he covers these short spreads. It's what he's been known for. But then again, you got the division home dog angle. Like normally, I would just this is a slam dunk auto bet Bengals for me. But I've been burned by this team too many times this year. I'm not going to get in front of them. The Ravens. They're good. They're a damn good football team, and I could see them winning this game by 14 points. I don't know, but what I do think is going to happen is they're going to run the ball, whether it's with Lamar or whether it's with Henry or. Are we back? Or was that just me?
I think maybe I'm the ones. One of us went to hell right there. It's probably me, or I could care less.
I just saw everybody go black.
Black.
Anyways,
Come
so
on, Dietz.
The screen. Anyways, yes, Derrick Henry. I'm gonna take a chance. One thing we know, Cincinnati cannot stop the run. Whether it's Lamar Jackson who goes off or Derrick Henry, who knows? Maybe you want to bet both of those guys to just cover all your bases. But I'm going to take Derrick Henry over 85 yards. That's just a straight 11 to win 10. I'm going to ladder it. I'm going to go all the way up. Well, three ways up for this purposes. Over 105 yards, $10 will win you 15. And over 125, $10 wins you $25. So that's plus 250 on over 125 yards for Derrick Henry. I like that. I almost took a fire bet over. I think it was like over 150 yards for plus 760. On that one, but I don't see why you wouldn't want. You can go all the way up with Derrick Henry. You could do Lamar Jackson. I think no matter what the game script is, no matter who's winning or losing this game, I do expect Baltimore to at least be able to run the ball against this very miserable Bengal run defense. And Derrick Henry, he showed last week with that touchdown. I'm sorry, I'm all the way in on Derrick Henry. I was a non-believer this year. I did not know he had that in him. There's maybe three backs in football who could house a 90-yard touchdown like that and not get ran down from behind. And he wouldn't have been on my list until I saw him do it. So congrats to him on just 30 years old. Love to see it as an old guy. Good for him. So, yeah, laddering Derrick Henry up. I have 3 official bets on it, but I don't think you can go wrong going all the way up. Taking a shot.
That total yards or rushing yards?
No, rushing yards.
It's total yards. He doesn't catch the ball either.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to remind people the Prop City has been recently added the last couple of weeks to our bankroll, our piggy bank, and the record, and so the Prop City is getting more and more. So remember, Dietz says over 85, separate bet. Over 105, separate bet. Over 125. Aaron, are you buying that, sir?
No, I would like to pour one out for the end of Derrick Henry's great season that he just had started. So, Derrick Henry, I'm going to make up my own line here, and I'm going to play Derrick Henry under 44.5 rushing yards.
Oh.
Plus 1,000. Here we go. Ship it.
Hey, they have that. My bookie has. You could go the other way on my bookie. They have the opposite too. I'm going one way. You know what? I make people money. It's about recognizing opportunities. Aaron, my friend, you might have just recognized a fantastic opportunity to make some money here off of the Mushes analysis. I already ruined Josh Allen's career last year. Hopefully I'm not doing it this year, but I could be ruining Derrick Henry's career right now. So somebody should profit off it.
It is a fair point. I mean, you can bet under. He'll get at least one carry and then probably get injured. I mean, so if Dietz is on this card, this is not a good thing for Derrick Henry.
Yes, you gotta recognize the spots, and Aaron has been listening to me for long enough. He's recognizing the spot right here. Well done. I hope he loses.
I'm looking on my bookie right now while you guys are talking. I'm looking for some rushing.
We're here to make people money one way or another, and that might be the way to do it, sir.
Okay, so while Aaron scours the MyBookie pages, the reason I did not see the Dietz's prop there is because Dietz's notes go all the way down the page, and I had to shove in Derrick Henry right at the bottom. That's why I missed that, just so you folks know. Because he's got a
How many bets for Dietz this week?
Huh?
How many bets did Dietz have this week?
3, 4, 5, 6.
This is only 3. I think this is only 3 of them. I got a bunch.
18.
18. Oh, you went down this week.
I currently
18 if you
only
don't
see-
include the fire bet. What do you say?
I only
Aaron?
see one bet, and that's the under 84.5 for minus 124 right now.
When I was looking, I thought they let you ladder it the opposite way too, but I guess I could have been wrong. I wasn't actively looking for that one.
I'm not logged into the actual I'm not logged in. I'm just on the main page.
I'll
so.
check it because the producer might have to make a little bit of adjustments here.
Total carry is 18.5 in this one. So
I was gonna bet the carries too. That's minus 104. That's it all goes together. Yeah, I wasn't sure who would be getting the. If I'm wrong and it's Lamar taking most of the rushes, I was like, I don't need to.
You know what's an interesting spot right here is Mark Andrews' total receiving yards is 23.5. Boy, how far has he fallen? I think he's got zeros the last 2 or 3 weeks.
He doesn't
0
play.
touchdowns, 0 catches.
He's doing nothing.
He doesn't play. He's on.
Oh,
He
here it
is
is,
playing.
Aaron.
He's been playing since week 1.
He's just not.
No, he's on the field.
Sure he is.
So
I'm pretty sure Isaiah Likely has more snaps than he does this year.
yeah, Mark Andrews has not been on the field. That's correct.
He's starting.
Yeah, but he's only playing
Dude,
a
I don't
handful
think
of
that's true.
snaps.
I'm pretty sure Isaiah Likely has been taking most of the snaps. Like he's
Well, Isaiah Likely's not doing any good since week 1 either. So
Well, that doesn't matter. The fact is, there's been people wondering if Mark Andrews is actually going to play football because he has not been taking a lot of snaps at all.
okay. Well, I know he's been starting at least.
The fall from grace is hell. Aaron, I found in my bookie that thing goes all the way up to 155 at plus 570 if you want it, but don't do that. Don't do it. So I had to scroll all the way down for that one. You're watching Vegas Square Gambling Show. We're going to keep it going here. Cardinals and the 49ers. I'm making sure if Dietz is on this one. Okay, I don't think Dietz is on this one, thank God. I'm kidding, not thank God. Okay, Sammy and Aaron, it's up to y'all. Cardinals are 7-point underdogs on the road here. The total is set at 50. Aaron, why don't you continue a teaser you had from earlier, and then Sammy will take it from there.
Yeah. I'll finish the teaser here. We already know about the Dolphins.
Yep.
I have the Browns plus 13.5 against the Commanders. And I also am finishing it with this one. I guess I have to move my line, even though I found a different line. Cardinals plus 17 versus the 49ers. That's going to finish a 10-point teaser, 12 to win 10.
I thought you had a 17.5. I mean, if it's 17.5, you're fine.
I did, but it seems to have moved, though. What do I do?
Well, like we said, you locked in at 17.5. You're fine if you don't want the 17 there, sir.
All right, then 17.5 it is.
Well, it helps you out. Sammy, what you got on the Cardinals 49ers game, sir?
So last week, I did not wear my 49ers jersey, and the 49ers had their best game of the season. And so I'm wearing my Niners jersey this weekend, fully anticipating that Arizona's going to give them hell. And I think Arizona's going to give them hell because they're just so banged up, man. I mean, you're getting an unhealthy Trent Williams. Even though he's not playing well. You're getting receivers on both sides banged up. Juwan Jennings has become kind of the go-to guy. Kittle was banged up. CMC still banged up. I mean, outside of Brock Purdy and Mason, this offense is just in shambles. And Arizona, while they don't come from behind well, if they keep the game close, you give that video game playing Kyler Murray a chance with his joystick. He'll keep you in the game. He'll keep it within 7. So I have them. I got the line earlier. I got Arizona plus 7.5. As a straight bet, 22 to win 20. And I also put them in my fire bet at plus 280, combined with a few other teams to make a nice big 50 to 1 fire bet.
Very good. I had to let the fire cook there for a minute. I kind of let it stop. Dietz, any thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think that Juwan Jennings is playing well for that offense. I think you got to give him a little credit too. And I think that one outlook, it pains me to say this, because I have a lot of anti-Niner bets this year, and I have a Niner household. But Brock Purdy is somebody you should consider betting on for MVP right now. He is playing incredible. He really is. He's answering all the calls. He's the one kind of keeping this offense together in lieu of all those injuries, and he's been fantastic. And I don't know if it'll happen. I'm down on the Niners this year, but if the Niners end up there at the end You look at your front runners this year. You got Captain Kirk, Aaron's guy. You got Sam Darnold. You got Baker Mayfield, Sammy's guy. Who do you have really competing at MVP this year that is really out there? And there's not a lot. Jalen Hurts not looking good. My guy Jordan Love, he's been hurt and came back and didn't look good. I think that if the Niners end up being there at the end with a number 1 or number 2 seed in the NFC, and they get through all those injuries, I think that Brock Purdy is a really good look right now for MVP. I believe you can get him anywhere from 13 to 20 to 1 wherever you look.
That's
I haven't looked at my bookie odds recently on the MVP one,
You're
but yeah,
forgiven.
he's been incredible and he deserves his flowers. For this game, I'm disappointed in the Cardinals. I thought that offense would be cooking no matter what. I thought we were looking forward to some shootout games, kind of like we had tonight. The defense is bad. I thought the offense would be able to maintain pace with all those weapons. Trey McBride being back will help, absolutely. But Kyler, I mean, come on, man, let's go. This is time to show. So you got an offense in front of you. Now's the time to do it. As far as this game, I can't bet on either side. I wouldn't take Niners -7 with all these. If anything, I like Sammy's side with the fire bet. These -7 point favorite teams have been losing ad nauseum this year. So why not try to hit another one? You know, bet the division dog, the Cardinals to get it together and see what they can do because they certainly.
If it goes back to 7.5, do you like Sammy's Arizona 7.5 there?
I mean, if I was going to bet it, I could only look to take the points. I'm not laying any of those numbers. Like we talked about last week, the Niners were the first double-digit favorite of the NFL season, which is crazy. We're in week 5. There's been one double-digit favorite the entire year, and of course they covered. So until we get to those, I would be looking to lay double-digit type favorites. But these 7-point favorites, there's something about them. Something with maybe the kickoff rule, the way teams are good. I'm sure it's not the kickoff rule, but the way teams are just playing like dink and dunk football, like they're not really stretching the field much. It's just been a very, very strange season, and I'm at the point where I'm not getting in front of it. Normally this would be I'd be putting Niners on some teasers just to mix it, just a classic Wong teaser. Nope, I'm leaving this game alone completely. I wouldn't be shocked if the Niners win this game by 20 or the Cardinals win the game outright.
Oh, look at this game. It's 50 right now, and I talked about this with those numbers, Arizona and Washington last week. Both teams right now are 3-1 to the overs in terms of covering. Like you said, there's so many injuries on the side of San Francisco right now, what's coming out. But this might be a spot where we look at the under. You know, I can see a spot where if the 49ers, kind of hold serve. I mean, remember last time, Brock Purdy's not Trey Lance, but I feel like the last couple times that they've played, like, well, that might not be true. These numbers are really big, actually. But they're all under 50. They're all under 50. They've gone, with the exception of their literally last meeting, their last looks like 8 to 9 matchups have all gone under this total. So division matchup, teams know each other. I don't know. We know that Kyle Shanahan doesn't run up the score on teams. He's got references. So I don't know, maybe the under 50 in this spot. It's 34-15 since COVID. I got burned on a late touchdown last week. I feel like maybe that's something to go back to the well for.
It's a fair point you have. I'm sorry.
No, go.
It's a fair point you make about the under, but I will say that the 49ers defense, and this is coming from a 49er fan, is the most overrated unit on the side of the country. Their defense is not good. They have this reputation of being very good, but they can't get off the field. They can't get a pass rush. They haven't been able to shut down anybody since really the playoffs last year, where Green Bay lit them up, and it's been the same since.
They've shut teams down this year. I mean, you look at LA, the comeback was pretty brutal, but Jets 19, the Patriots 13. Minnesota beat them, but they only scored 23 points.
Well, Jets and Patriots scoring 19 and 13 is not necessarily a heaven and earth.
To be fair, what did the Cardinals put up last week against what is collectively thought as one of the worst defenses in football? 14 points. The Cardinals can't score. Like we thought that they came out in the first half against Buffalo, and we thought that, oh, here comes Arizona. took me 3 weeks to realize that was a little bit of fool's gold.
They put up 41 against LA the next week too. So
yeah. So I this Cardinal team, like even with a downtrodden Niner defense and with injuries, I can't trust them to put up any kind of points. You know.
I think
I kind of like your idea of the under.
I think I'm gonna open up the piggy bank for that.
Huh?
I think I'm gonna open up the piggy bank for that. I'm gonna take the under in this game. 11 to win 10.
You want under 50?
Yeah, let's add it to the list.
Lock it in. Woo-hoo.
All right, I'm with him. He talked me into it, Mikey. Let me get
You're
one.
both unders. You guys are insane.
Let's go. This is what this dialogue conversation. Sammy told us the Niners defense sucks. He's got a Niner jersey on. We got to go with the under. Lock it in.
Sure
Let's
you don't want to go
go.
back off it now?
No, I don't love it when Tom loves my picks, but
Come on, let's go. Cheers. We're talking it through. That was
Oh, yeah, we're doing cheers. This game's going to hell.
Sound logic.
I'm 2 glasses in. My inhibitions are thrown to the wind.
Hey, couple of bars there from Dietz earlier. Well, apparently we're seeing a lot of uptick in the dink and dunk. Apparently Bo Nix is the pioneer of football now. Also, he said, "Come on, let's go, Cardinals. You got a show." I would never confuse Dietz with Drake. That's for sure. All right, so let's get let's get Sunday Night Football now. Excuse me. Sunday Night Football on NBC. I will continue to do that until they change that theme song, those bastards.
All
right, Cowboys.
We can't get you to stop. That's right.
Well, it's their fault. It's been there for 10, 15 freaking years. All right,
begging
Cowboys, Steelers. Pittsburgh favored by 2.5. Totals at 44 in my boozy. I'm trying to. Okay, so we got. Geez, Dietz's notes are insane. We got Dietz on this game, and we got Sammy on this game as well. Somehow in some way. Let's go with Sammy first, and let's Dietz cool off a little bit there.
I've been on Pittsburgh all season. I've touted them every single week. And this week I'm on the Cowboys. I think this is a perfect spot for the Cowboys to come in and beat the Steelers. The Steelers have played well, and I thought they played well enough to win last week, despite the fact that I was wrong about that pick. I eat my loss, but Dallas comes into this spot with a must-win situation. Pittsburgh does not blow teams out, so Dallas will be in the game. And in the end, I think that Dallas's defense needs to show some mettle, step up, and actually get off the field. They've played terrible all season, and this is a great offense for them to get healthy again. So I don't need the 2.5 points, but I'm gonna take them on the money line with my fire bet, and I'm gonna tease Dallas up to 8.5 in the teaser with Cincinnati I mentioned earlier.
I like it. Knock Pittsburgh down to earth, baby. Back down to earth.
I agree with that. If Cowboys have a pulse on offense and even they don't have to do much on defense. I mean, that's a great point by you. And the other one, Dietz, what you like in this game, Sawyer?
Hey, producer Mike, help me out.
Yeah.
I'm losing my notes here. Somebody had the Colts last week. So somebody said it was the Steelers last week was the time to get taken down.
I
can't find it in my notes. Do you remember who had that?
I don't want to make this a MyBookie bonus show or like a Colts show, but I'm very close to giving you a 50 more just because you mentioned that, but I'm going to leave it alone. But
it was me. That's right. I just found it. Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
I did have the Colts last week.
I just said I ate my loss. What did I say?
I got to pile on a little bit. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ,
that was me. Yes, that's right. I had one right against Sammy. Yes.
I ate it. I admit it.
I know. I couldn't remember who had the Colts. I wanted to remind everybody who rightfully picked the Colts last week, and in a runaway win, garbage time. Justin Fields came out and salvaged the day. But this week, since the Colts have already been shown who they really are last week, I'm sorry, the Steelers. We have no choice this week but to come back and bet the Steelers minus 2.5. Lock it in. One of my favorite bets of the week. All right. How does anybody take Dallas this week? They're missing Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. That was a team that already couldn't stop anybody against the run. Who has Dallas stopped against the run this year? Absolutely nobody. And now you're going to tell me that Arthur Smith and a coach who just relies on nothing but the run with missing their two best defensive players is going to be able to stop Justin Fields, the rejuvenated, the revamped, the garbage time thriller Justin Fields. How are they going to stop him? The Steelers, I think I don't know how Dallas stops him. I don't know how Dallas gets off the field. I don't know how Dallas does anything on defense in this game. You could give me, shoot, where's Will Levis? Maybe he could even beat this Dallas team right now.
Yes.
Defense, I don't know.
Stop.
But yeah, give me the Steelers in that. I know that it might be Cordell Patterson and Justin Fields running RPOs all day long. I don't care. I after watching what the New York Danny Dimes driven offense did last week with an injured Devin Singletary, they just couldn't. They might have held them to field goals, but they could not get off the field when it mattered. And now they're missing their two best defensive players. Steelers all day, -2.5, 11 to win 10.
Steelers all day. God, lead day. That's a lot.
I think the Steelers can win the game.
Singletary ran for 24 yards. Singletary ran for 24 yards last week. Let's get ridiculous.
I think Steelers can win the game. I have Dallas plus 8.5. I just don't think the Steelers blow anybody out.
You have them in your fire, bro.
I'm with the Cowboys. I'm with the Cowboys.
I'm in the teaser.
The reason I didn't take I can never fault anybody for taking a teaser. Getting 8.5 points in any Pittsburgh Steelers game is just a recipe for success as far as teasers work. But the reason I stayed away from putting the Cowboys in a teaser leg this week is because at the end of the game, they got to get off the field and they got to make stops. And I don't trust this defense to make stops in the second half when they might be looking to backdoor 8.5 points. They might be down 2 touchdowns and just not be able to get off the field. So I left it out.
So Dietz only lost $4 last week, and he is going insane.
So I think to Dietz's
Let the
point
man have his
here,
victory.
I think to Dietz's point here, the problem I have with Sammy's bet is that the Cowboys can't run the football. Their offense, as far as running, they stink. Zeke stinks. Dowdell's not very good. I don't even know who's Dalvin Cook has he even suited up yet? I haven't even seen that guy. So
we're waiting on Deuce Vaughn's breakout game.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep waiting on that one. But the problem is if this is all on Dak's shoulders, which he's a $60 million man. This is where you get paid. This is where you get paid. Why you get paid. I do like Dallas in this spot too, but if Pittsburgh can just pin back and rush Dak with no fear of a run, you're in trouble with that one.
Did you watch the Indianapolis game? They couldn't get off the field against Michael Pittman and Josh Downs. Those guys.
Whoa! Josh Downs is good. Michael Pittman, you can have all the smoke you want.
If Dak can hit his receivers, fantastic. If there's no threat of the run, what are we doing? Look, I don't like either side in this game. Obviously, I have nothing in this game. But the fact of the matter is
you want to add?
I think Dallas will steal a victory here. I really do. I just don't think it's going to be as easy. I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Put it on the piggy bank.
No, I'm all
right. Who would you rather have this year going forward? If you're the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott or Joe Flacco? Who would you rather have as your quarterback?
You're insane. Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott?
Oh, Joe Flacco's been amazing.
Good Lord, man. Come on.
Is Joe Flacco going to be the first player to win back-to-back comeback player of the years? Can you even do that?
He's going to go down as
Why would he win a comeback? He already did it. That would make no sense.
He's like the third betting favorite to win the comeback player of the year.
Well, Kirk Cousins is running away with it right now. So.
Well, that's a different story. But the fact of the matter is Flacco's in the running.
Wait, it's not Aaron Rodgers? I'm confused.
I haven't checked all of them. I'll have to look at it real quick here, but
he's still trying to get the snap off.
Aaron Rodgers is horrible this year. God.
Okay.
Played one good game.
He has not been good. You're correct.
Oh my God. This last week was a disaster.
Let's switcheroo to Monday night. Excuse me. Dun 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 dun. Okay, Monday Night Football, Saints at everyone's favorite again, the Chiefs. After the Bills got their pants pulled down. Kansas City's favored by -5.5. Totals at 43. In this game, we've got Sammy, I think. I lied? I don't know.
I have it. I'm in this game.
Okay, yeah. I can't want to see Chiefs. Okay. Sammy and Aaron, you guys are going to do something special here. So why don't we go with Aaron first with the Saints and the Chiefs?
Sounds like we might have a true crossfire on our hands here.
Well, sure.
All right. Well, obviously we all know Kansas City hasn't looked that good. They're missing Pacheco. They're missing Rashee Rice.
Mhm.
And Xavier Worthy can't do it all. No disrespect to him. He's definitely trying his best. Patrick Mahomes is statistically and QBR-wise having his worst season of his career, and this team is 4-0. There's got to be a fall off at this point. I'm going to take the primetime dog here. I'm going to say the Saints walk in. I don't know if they're going to win, but I think the Saints are going to take the Chiefs to the brink. The last time I've seen a game like this, now, not comparing the teams, the last time I've seen a game like this, the Lions walked in and beat the Chiefs on that Thursday night, celebrating the championship. New Orleans, give me New Orleans plus 5.5 in this spot. I'm going to take Derek Carr and 11 to win 10 versus the Chiefs here.
Okay, before Sammy goes here, Sammy, to make this interesting, why don't you just tell Aaron where his money should be? Because I know you. Go ahead. I know you like something here.
Your money should be on the Saints plus 5.5. I genuinely feel that the Chiefs are probably the best team in the NFL when they're healthy, and they're probably the most unhealthy team outside of San Francisco this year. Without the weapons, and Mahomes can't do it by himself. This is just not a team that blows teams out. So, Los Angeles played terrible last week. They absolutely played terrible, and they should have covered that game as well. Saints will come in here. They'll play a tough game. The Chiefs will probably get a call at the end. The Chiefs will probably pull out the victory. All of that is probably true. But give me the 6 points. Give me the 5.5 points. Saints will keep this game really competitive. I'm with you, Aaron. Saints plus 5.5, 22 to win 20.
No, that is not all you're on in this game, Sammy.
Well, I also have the Saints on the money line as part of my fire bet, and we talked about it. The fire bet has all the money line. Every team I take it on the fire bet. So, I bet.
So what is that? What kind of a lamp? I laid that up for you. I'm like, well, plus 5.5, the Chiefs might win. What are you talking about?
No, my fire bet is all of the teams I took plus the points on the money line. I mean, it's all the same.
I like that actually. So recap your fire bet, Sammy.
It's Dallas, the Saints, the Cardinals, and the Bengals. When you put it all together, at least when I did this morning, it was plus 5,300.
And to be fair, it's still at like 47-42, so you're still getting a boatload of cash there. We're gonna do a little trick here. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna finish up our bets. We're gonna do fire bets. We're gonna let Dietz have his sermon on the mounts, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I'm sorry, Dietz. Then we're gonna wrap it up next. You're watching the Vegas Square. That was a good joke. Vegas Square Gambling Show. We'll be right back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water. Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Once again, mybookie.ag. Promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, for up to $1,000 first deposit bonus. Also, 12onsports.com/bets, or of course, Taylor Fade the Mush. The choice is yours on that one. Well, let's get now to Aaron's fire bets, since we've heard Sammy's, and then we're gonna and Aaron, give us your other bets as well while you're at it.
Alrighty. I don't know what I've said and not said, so I guess I'm just going to say it all over again here.
Do it.
All right. Opening up the piggy bank. These are 11 to win $10 bets. I'm taking Missouri and Texas A&M under 48.5. Going back to the well with UConn. to cover 16.5 versus Temple. Temple is literally the worst MRF team I've seen play college football in recent memory. I'm going to take Marshall at home versus App State. The entire Boone, North Carolina region has just been crushed by Hurricane Helene, and I hate to have to try to take advantage of that, but the App State hasn't been able to practice too much. They're going on the road. So give me Marshall -3 at home. Browns +3.5 against those surging Commanders. Arizona, San Francisco, the in-show bet under 50. The Saints +5.5, 11 to win 10 against those Chiefs. 3-team 10-point teaser. Indiana 3.5 against Northwestern. Navy pick'em against Air Force. And Tom's favorite bet, UCLA +37.5 against Penn State. A second teaser in the NFL, 3-team 10 points. Dolphins +11, Browns +13.5, and Cardinals +17.5. No props for me this week, but I do have a fire bet that was running around 30 to 1. Missouri money line, Nevada money line, Jets money line, and the Bengals money line.
Didn't you have Mizzou in Texas A&M and that stuff, or no?
It was literally the first thing I said.
Oh, I thought you went to UConn first. My bad. That was my bad. All right. Let's get to Sammy. Just a little bit of recap plus the extra stuff you had in your bet, sir.
Yeah, so a game we didn't cover is Michigan-Washington under the 41.5. Not only does Washington have the worst field goal kicker in the league, but Michigan can't throw the ball at all. So this game should stay far under that total. I'm looking at like 20 to 7, 20 to 15 range. 41.5 is just a ridiculous number for these teams who just don't move the ball. Indiana -13.5. We did discuss that earlier. Cardinals +7.5, despite the fact that I'm wearing the opposite jersey. Saints +5.5 against the Chiefs. My teaser with Cincinnati +8.5 combined with Dallas +8.5. The Wong teaser on the plus side. Hopefully I can pull off one of these teasers this year. I'm 0 for 4, I think, for the year.
Whoa.
And the other game that we didn't discuss is Giants-Seattle under 43.5. Malik Neighbors looks like he's not going to play. If he does, he's going to be limited. The Seahawks have looked good, but the Giants defense has played okay. They've been able to keep teams off the field much more than I thought they would. Much more than I thought they would be. And the Seattle defense has played very well as well, despite the fact they laid an egg against the Lions. So keeping this game under 43.5 with Danny Dimes with no weapons and Seattle being able to basically run the ball and keep their defense fresh, I think this is an easy under total. My fire bet is Dallas, Saints, Cardinals, Bengals for plus 5,300. And that's it. Hopefully I can pull off a winning week, get my week back. I'm tired of looking up at Aaron.
Yeah, it's pretty rough from down there. Dietz, I got a good segment for you, sir. It's time for the mush. Hand it to us, sir.
Sammy, I do like your card this week. I agree with you. If you are going to bet underdogs, you should be willing to put a little bit of money on the money line as well, and you are certainly backing that up with all of your with your fire bets. So to reiterate what we have already, I think I'll just start with college. We already went over Navy Air Force over 37 points. I have San Jose State -7. Already talked about that. Jacksonville State tomorrow night -16.5 points. Tyler Huff, the quarterback for Jacksonville State, is pretty darn good. 32nd in QBR, averaging 86 yards on the ground when he starts. Kennesaw State, I think they're the worst team in the country. They kind of play keep away ball, don't want to give anything up. Jack State off a bye. Rich Rodriguez, that's where he thrives. 7-2 against the spread with a rest advantage. Kennesaw State coming off a short.
Oh, that's a shame. Try that again. You talk about Kennesaw State in a short week or something like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so just Jacksonville State, they're steamed up to -14.5 to -16.5. I got them at 16.5. Going with South Alabama over. I was salty after that loss earlier in the year. Gio Lopez, they didn't even wasn't on the injury report. whatever. Since then, they've been on fire. I'm just going back to South Alabama overs. I like that. Another team I was on this year was Vanderbilt. I was wrong on Vanderbilt in one of the games I bet. Alabama won a game last week, game of the year. Unbelievable. I was on Georgia. I lost. Well, I think Alabama might be in for a little bit of letdown. And Vanderbilt, like I had talked earlier when I bet them before, they're a bit of a service academy team this year. Diego, their quarterback, he's really fit for this offense, and I think that Vanderbilt can stay inside a number here. I have them plus 22.5. Hawaii +2. I actually like them to win this game outright. They're one of my fire bets. I'll get to that. San Diego State just sucks. They're in a complete rebuild. They're starting a true freshman quarterback that averages less than 190 passing yards a game. Hawaii is a top 20 pass defense in the league. They're coming off a bye. They really only got to worry about Marquez Cooper for San Diego State. I think they could, with 2 weeks to prepare, I expect Hawaii. They're +2. I expect them to come out and win this game, have all these games for $11 to win 10. All right, on to football. Already covered the teasers. Bucks +8 with the Colts +9, the Raiders +9. That's 24 to win 20. We didn't talk about the Bears, Carolina. I like the Bears in this spot. They're -4. That line's been anywhere from 3.5 to 5, depending on where you get it. I'm going to grab it now with a -4. I just think this team is getting better and better with their young rookie. Don't love their coaches, but I think that they have enough talent to overcome. We've had 2 weeks of the Dalton-led Panthers. They don't have any linebackers. I don't know how they're going to stop anybody. Like, the offense can move the ball, but their defense is just losing people left and right. Don't expect them to be able to stop. The Bears' offense is improving, and this Bears defense, top 10. I love the defense. Bears -4. Packers Rams over. I don't know how either team stops any of these guys. Packers defense, they have. I was very high on them coming into the year. They've been pretty down. They were missing Jair Alexander. Not sure if he'll be back, but mainly I think that the Rams will be able to run on this Packers team, and I don't know how the Rams defense will be able to stop this fast, young Packers offense in the dome over there in LA. So I don't know if Green Bay can win. I hope they can win, but they're -3. But I'm going to take the over in this one. Texas +1. You can catch us. It's been going back and forth. Bills -1, Texas -1. Pretty inconsequential line movement, but I think that we saw a little bit of the Bills. We saw the Bills come back to earth last week, and Houston, they've been a little to be desired this year, but I think that what they're good at, CJ Stroud, those receivers, you got Stephon Diggs, revenge game. I think they will be able to move the ball with this, again, depleted Buffalo secondary. They're missing linebackers as well. They can move the ball in the middle of the field. Nico Collins, best receiver in football this year. He's been incredible. I kind of expect them to. I like Houston in this spot, so I'll take them with the +1. I already said I got the Steelers -2.5, Raiders in Denver under, Pats Dolphins under. Already touched on Derrick Henry ladder props all the way up to +125 rushing yards. And my fire bet, all underdogs, Hawaii, Jets, Colts, Texans, moneyline parlay, 19-1 on that one.
Dietz, that was special. That was your moment. You owned it. You're a superstar, but we all knew that. Parting shots and gifts.
Fade away, gentlemen.
How many bets you got this week, Tom?
18.
Oh, I forgot. I got mine.
19 because he had the other one.
You talked me into the under Arizona.
Yeah.
I'll say 7 and 12.
Oh, you're not getting a bonus for this one, by the way. Just saying.
Way over. I've already got my first leg of my teaser is already in on 2 of them.
Yeah, you said that 2 weeks ago
That's
too.
true.
Yeah, no, I say that. I feel like I say that every week.
So, Sammy, what's your prediction for Dietz?
You can't have the Troy teasers. One leg, no good.
I'm going to say I think it's 9 wins. I think.
I love it. 9. I love you guys won't give this man a winning week.
So 9. You predict 9 and 10.
Yeah, I think 9. I think 9 wins.
Oh my God! I predict 16 and 3.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to predict 12 and 7 just for the sake of my own
Hey,
argument.
all right. 16 and 3. Whoever gets closest, I'll make a $20 personal bet with you guys. Whoever
At
gets
16-3?
I think you'll be closer to 9 than you will 16.
Oh, jeez.
I'll take 16.
I can have the under. I can have 15.5 under.
No, it's closer than 9.
So what is that? 9 and 16 is 7. So what is that? 12.5? Is that the line?
All right, I'll say over 12.5. $20. There you
Over
go.
12.5. Wow, Dietz.
I'll
Got
take.
me hungry. Comeback City.
I'll take the under. Let's remind the folks at home how we're doing here.
Come on, Aaron. All
Yeah.
right. Reminder, tomorrow/today is Vegas Square Morning Show. Every weekday, 7 a.m. Pacific. And, of course, this show, Vegas Square Gambling Show, every Thursday, 9 p.m./Friday midnight. This has been a really fun, efficient show. I want to thank you guys, you three, obviously, for being awesome, for your preparation, for everything that you do, and even for the in-show bets that I did not see coming. That was amazing as well. Aaron and Dietz, God bless you both. I will say, because we have like 4 minutes left just in case, screw it. What do we got here? I'm trying to think of like, let's get to the Texans and Bills. Well, Aaron, let me lie. Aaron, you talk about college football games we might not have gotten to. Give me one of them that's on your mind we didn't get to.
Well, tomorrow I think Dylan Gabriel gets on the main stage here. It's going to be.
Yeah, so you didn't mention that, Dietz.
Oh, I do have Oregon. I got Oregon minus 23.5.
Yeah, I love
Now
that. By the way,
now I have 10 wins for Dietz.
It's part of my 19 bets. I just glossed over it.
Yeah, it's part of his 19. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no,
I'm going to say I got lost in your bets.
I got Oregon minus 23.5.
I got lost in your bets halfway through there. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you guys, come on, man. Be nice to the guy.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying I got lost halfway. What was going where? And he was zigging and I was zagging.
I was trying to take notes on. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't know. That's going to be – I have a free bet of the day tomorrow on the morning show, so I don't know if I want to give too much into that one. But Michigan State might play harder than we give them credit for.
What about Clemson, Florida State, Aaron? Are we going to get DJU is out, so Clemson going to cover 14.5 in FSU?
That's an improvement.
Sadly,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Sadly, it's an improvement with Brock Glenn, but he's not much better. I don't love the hook, but I think I don't know. I think Florida State with the night game, they still play halfway decent defense on this team. If they can run the football and keep the ball away from I have no love for Cade Klubnik, but he's playing incredible football this year. I got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, everybody wants to talk about the Georgia game. I don't know. I kind of like Florida State as a dark cover in this one, especially if this thing goes up. I think it's going to get pushed up to 15-16. It's a later game in the day. Sneaky cover for Florida State, but they won't be able to move the football very well. So maybe the under's in play.
They have just not played any heart all season. Their games are just flat every time I watch them.
I noticed
something real quick. Dietz and Aaron were both on the Jets in their fire bets, and that is a London game. We want to touch on that real quick. I just realized that.
Nah, not really.
Oh, come on, man! Top of them. That's Scottish.
I just took it because I could see I could see the Jets winning the game, and
these London games go either way.
I normally don't bet London games just out of principle. It could be raining there. It could be a whole bunch of stuff going down to slow down that Minnesota.
I did some math on this. I did a one-way flight for those that are wondering. Because last time Minnesota played, they played in Wisconsin, and New York Jets played in New Jersey. 7-hour trip for the Jets, 12-hour trip for the Vikings. If you Google that, so. That might help the Jets on the fire bet there.
It's probably because they have to stop. I don't think the plane can get from Minneapolis to London.
Well, I think it says there was one, but like I said, it's at least 12 hours if you do one way. So it could be more than 12 hours. So you guys' Jets pick might actually be awesome there because jet lag's a thing.
No pun intended.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
How about our UNLV running Rebels?
Yeah, there were so many games to talk about this week.
I I almost took them tomorrow night against Syracuse.
Syracuse.
We
Yeah.
talked about that game on the morning show, which is why you guys should tune in. I'm not saying you guys don't. I'm saying
I was
tuned in.
I was gonna go to that game, but my wife so eloquently reminded me that it's our anniversary. So
Oh,
he invited us to the game.
all right, guys. Now we're out of time. Good job filling it, boys. That was awesome by you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow on the morning show. We'll see you next week, same time, same place here. Have a great day. Gamble responsibly. This has been Vegas Square Gambling Show. Bye.